welcome to SVGTV News for Wednesday, 8th August 2018. I'm Yvette Boynes with the details. The Ministry of Education is once again partnering with minibus operators to create a safe and child-friendly environment for students. To this end, the ministry will host a training workshop this Sunday at the Thomas Saunders Secondary School to address a range of issues. The workshop will address road safety, positive behavior management, and responsible bus operation skills. Speaking with SVG-TV News, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Maureen Williams, explained that this Sunday's activity is a follow-up from the Minibus Operators Day, which was held last year and resulted in a change in the behavior of some of the operators.
Well, as I said earlier, this was the beginning of what we hope will be an ongoing conversation and an ongoing collaboration. Incidentally, we had given out some stickers asking persons to travel with the buses and asking the buses to be safe. And just last week, I noted that some buses are still wearing those stickers. We know that there are cases, few though they may be, where minibus operators have attempted to change the environment that is offered to the students on their way to and from school. Those minibus operators are in constant contact with us at the Ministry of Education, and we have been able to use them for different occasions, or rather on different occasions.
P.S. Williams said the minibus operators have an important role to play in the proper functioning of the country as their job impacts many sectors. She pointed to some of the actions that make for the creation of a child-friendly environment.
So this is a continuation. What we are trying to achieve with the minibus operators and drivers is not something overnight. We are not the Ministry of Transport. We are not the police. They have their specific areas that they deal with. We are offering, as the Ministry of Education, information to these operators with the hope that as they become aware of their responsibility to the students, to our nation, that their behavior, they will make the decision to change the behavior. For example, of the loud music in the minibuses where the students have to travel. We are hoping that as they receive information about the effect of sound on the ears of children, as they receive information on how children need to be prepared so that their learning can be optimized, they will see the need to lessen this music in the minibuses. And of course, working alongside with transport and the police, who would have other measures in place.
Williams encouraged all minibus operators to attend the workshop, which begins at 10 a.m. and should be of tremendous benefit.
I want to make this appeal to the minibus operators. We would have started the conversation with you last year. We would have created links, and we promised you then, you were aware from then, that we would be continuing in our quest to create this desired environment for our students. We recognize that you are very important in getting our students to the institutions where they need to be. And so we're inviting you to come on out on the weekend to the Thomas Saunders Secondary School. There we will talk about some of the issues. We'll continue to share information, pertinent information about the need to provide the kind of environment for students. We will be providing you with refreshments so that, we don't wear you out all day and not give you something. And it's just a few hours that we promise will be beneficial to you, that would make you a better minibus operator and driver.
As of today, Wednesday, August 8th, vehicular access to the Ginger Village Road from the Belmont main road has been discontinued temporarily. The closure comes as work continues to roll out under the road rehabilitation project on the Belmont main road by Dipcon Engineering. Since September 2nd, 2013, that section of road has been rendered impassable following a huge landslide which took a major portion of the road with it. In an interview this week, project manager Patrick LaForce told SVG-TV News that the closure is to facilitate the construction of a crossroad culvert.
We want to start a culvert to improve the existing one that is there. We have to replace it with a bigger one to accommodate some of the water that will now be going down in a drain, which we're also improving past the culvert all the way down to the village. As of Wednesday, persons wanting to go to Ginger Village will have to access via the other end. There will be no vehicle access to anybody wanting to get to Ginger Village, right? And what we will do is create a foot access for pedestrians. For persons wanting to walk, we'll cater for that. But in terms of vehicle access, there will be no vehicle access, at least from Wednesday till next week, for at least 10 days.
Since the closure of a section of the Belmont main road in September 2013, vehicle operators have had to use a number of bypass routes to make their way into and out of the Maracaibo Valley. This has resulted in significant disruptions to traffic in the area, along with complaints of difficulties by road users. Earlier today, our news team caught up with a number of pedestrians and minibus operators who aired their concerns about the main bypass route, which runs from the Belmont Cemetery Gap to the CWSA storage tank at Belmont. Although they opted not to speak on camera, the frequent road users explained that the bypass routes are not in good condition and can easily cause traffic disruptions due to a lack of space for two-way traffic. One bus operator simply said that it is time for the main road to be reopened since it has been out of commission for almost 5 years. Another passenger who previously operated a minibus said their vehicle has been off the road almost 2 years due to problems encountered while using the bypass route. Hopeful that the rehabilitated road would significantly improve the traffic situation, the concerned road users said they would all like to see the road reopened soon. In his interview with SVG-TV News Monday, LaForce said his team is working to have the road open for use on or by September 13, 2018. Viewers of SVG-TV can look forward to a new local program as the television station ventures into another pilot production. The new program, titled A Day in the Life Of, will focus on occupations of ordinary Vincentian men and women. It will air in September. SVGBC's sales and marketing manager Keisha Bilinji explained that the program is a response to the need for more local content.
We know that the viewers of SVG-TV has been asking for more local content, and that is exactly what we're doing. We're giving you local content. This program is the first of its kind in SVG. No one has ever done this, where we actually highlight persons, their occupation, and the stress, so to speak, that they go through on a daily basis.
The program will air in 4 episodes in September, and Bilinji said they hope that viewers will have a better understanding of and appreciation for various types of work in which people are engaged.
We've done a day in the life of a factory worker, where we went at ECGC rice mill. We did a day in the life of a construction worker, as I mentioned, a sanitation worker, and a day in the life of a baker. Right. At the end of each program, I'm sure the viewers of SVG-TV will definitely have a higher level of respect for these occupations. These workers get up odd hours at 12 o'clock midnight. They're already on the job, while some of us are now sleeping. These people are out there working.
Each episode of A Day in the Life Of will air for 1 hour on Saturdays at 9 p.m. and rebroadcast on Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
We are hoping to make this program seasonal. So this is the first season in the month of September. We're just trying it out, get the feedback and see how people feel about the program and so forth. Hopefully next season, next year, we would be able to branch off more into different occupations, give persons a lot more to look forward to.
Members of the local legal fraternity are mourning the loss of veteran lawyer and former parliamentarian Arthur Williams. Williams, who was reportedly ill for some time, passed away last night at his home. Earning his LLB in 1967 and then his LLM in 1968, Williams went on to be one of the founding members and senior partner of the Williams & Williams law firm, which was founded in 1969. He was called to the Inner Temple Bar as well as the local bar in that same year. From 1975 to 1984, Williams served as this country's Attorney General in the Labour Party administration of the late Robert Milton Cato. He also served as Minister of Communication, Works and Labour and was the parliamentary representative for West St. George during this period. In 2006, Williams was honoured for his contribution to the state and was awarded the oath by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In an interview today, President of the SVG Bar Association and Speaker of the OECS House of Assembly lawyer Renée Baptiste said Williams was her mentor and was responsible for moving her call to the bar. Outlining a number of posts held by Williams throughout his professional life, Baptiste said that although Williams was highly acclaimed, he was a humble individual.
1975 and 1976, my in-service training in the Attorney General's chambers. When he was Attorney General, never arrogant. I'm first in Ascension to get a Master of Laws degree in those days back then. And he was very versatile. But I suppose you know more about him because of the criminal law practice. And he did a lot in company law, in taxation, and commercial law, probate. He was also, I had the honor of working with him in 1977 when we had the first financial services sector organization established. He was on the board of directors as legal advisor to the Trust Authority. He also served on the Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. He did the work on the first Status of the Children Act.
Yes.
He did some work on that and a few others. I honored him last year.
Yes.
When we had the OECS Bar meeting in St. Vincent.
Baptiste said that Williams will be missed dearly, especially for his willingness to help young practitioners.
I have received messages of condolence from the Bar of St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Kitts, Dominica, and the president of the OECS Bar Association. Keen cricketer, absolutely love cricket, would argue with you about anything, but also a person who would always find himself being available to the court and would help and rise on behalf of persons who are unable to defend themselves or to even have legal counsel in court. In other words, he'd be a friend of the court and assist persons in court on the spur of the moment.
The St. Vincent Venezuela Friendship Association, VENVIFA, was earlier today staging a solidarity rally at the Venezuela Embassy. The rally comes in the wake of the recent incident, which was deemed an attempted assassination of Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro. President of VENVIFA, Mike Brown, strongly condemned the attack and called on Vincentians to remain vigilant as it can happen to anyone.
People have been talking about it, a lot of people are upset, so they feel we should have a rally to show our solidarity with Venezuela generally and with President Maduro specifically.
As persons began gathering for the solidarity rally, SVG-TV News spoke to a few who said they welcome such an event and feel it is important to let the Venezuelan government know they are grateful for Venezuela's support of SVG.
And we appreciate what Venezuela has done for us, not only in terms of infrastructural development, but also in education. Many Vincentians have benefited from scholarships from Venezuelan universities, for instance. And of course, when it comes to fuel security, Venezuela has helped us in that regard as well.
Venezuela has been a very good friend to us, because right now we're benefiting from very cheap domestic gas because of Venezuela.
The program for today's rally was expected to feature speeches and a number of cultural expressions. It was organized under the theme, "Follow the paths of peace, of laws, and of the Constitution. These are the paths of the Bolivarian Revolution." Around 25 children are being exposed to the theory and practice of sailing at a week-long program along the southern coast of the mainland. This as the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sailing Association launched its second annual sailing camp on Monday. Speaking at the launch, Secretary of the Association, Louise Mitchell, said the association aims to encourage the love of sailing among the children who by the end of the week will be able to control their craft. Mitchell said the program will go a long way in creating more internationally recognized sailors.
But the aim of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Sailing Association is to take sailing to a higher level nationally, regionally and internationally. Because right now in St. Vincent and the Grenadines we only have one sailor who is an internationally registered and recognized sailor, and we're very, very fortunate to have him here today. His name is Philip Barnard, and he is going to be speaking to us in a short while. But for a nation with a rich maritime history as ours, we need to have more sailors competing around the world. So with this association we hope to grow the sport of sailing. So what we're hoping in St. Vincent, that after this sailing camp, we're hoping that Coach Jenny is going to continue the great work and actually get a sailing club started on the mainland of St. Vincent so that the mainland can start catching up to what's happening in the Grenadines.
Mitchell said the program is also intended to foster a love of and appreciation for the natural environment.
Sailing camp is also hoping to encourage a generation of ocean warriors. We're hoping that these children, by learning to have so much fun on the water, are going to be the greatest custodians of the ocean. So during this sailing camp you won't be seeing any plastic and you won't be seeing the use of any plastic straws. Right kids, you're all ocean warriors? Say, I'm an ocean warrior.
Philip Barnard, who is said to be the only internationally recognized and certified sailor, encouraged the children to pay close attention to the instruction of their tutors and to give of their best.
So many kids out here, and thanks to all the parents for coming and lending their support to this really cool sport and great cause. I'm a professional sailor. I've spent most of my life sailing, started when I was like y'all's age. I'm a maxi boat world champion and two-time North American champion in the Ultimate 20 class. Sailing's been awesome to me. I've been able to go all over, from Australia through Europe, United States, New Zealand, sailing everywhere I went. It's been great. Be careful in the weather out there. It's kind of windy, squally. Hopefully we'll get a chance to come down and talk to you guys a little bit about weather and stuff a little bit later down in the week. But for today, just be really careful out there. Listen to your coaches. Remember, it's not practice that makes perfect, but perfect practice makes perfect. So pay attention to what they say and have a really good time. Thanks a lot.